Well, I wish I could say my joinery was absolutely flawless, but there are a few small gaps, so I'm going to have to use a little bit of wood filler. And I want to get the color exactly right, so I'm going to try both Walnut and the darker Ebony. And then since I think the right color is going to be in between, I'm going to mix the two and try that out. I also want to know how careful I'm going to need to be on the cherry, so I use a scrap piece, works them into the pores. And to get a meaningful read on this, hit it with some finish. It's hard to see, but the middle one's real close, so that's what I go with. I also find it's really not too terribly hard to sand the filler out of the pores, so I don't have to be terribly careful with the cherry. So I go through and patch just the few spots that are issues. With that finished, it's a whole lot of turning this into this. Now with all the sanding finished and it's time to put the finish on, I first go through and hit the shop with the leaf blower just to get all of the dust out. I run my air cleaner at the same time, and the air actually cleans up pretty fast, and it's finished ready in a half hour after I've finished with the leaf blower. There is, of course, a thin film of dust on the table, so I go through with mineral spirits and remove it all, which is a lot more work on this project than others because there's just so many crevices and surface areas. But once that's finished, it's time to put the finish on. I used a mix of linseed oil and Armor Seal, thinned down with more mineral spirits. And with it upside down like this, I can get almost the whole table except for the tops of the slats and portions underneath those pieces of wood. So I finish that up next. I really wanted to get some good pictures of this table, so I bought some photography gear that I set up here for a photo shoot. These pictures will be included in my next video.
Well, after 6 months and nearly 500 hours, the Twisted Table is finally complete. It's high time that I credit KRT Wood, another YouTube content creator, with a video that helped inspire this design. He was working on some wall art, and I borrowed several features of what he was proposing to turn it into a table to do this design. So thanks for that. There's a link in the description. You should check it out. It's a really cool video. There'll be one more video on the Twisted Table, and it'll cover the build from start to finish. Now, obviously, it's not going to be possible to include every detail, but that's not really the point. It's meant to hit the highlights. It'll have annotations to link back to the videos that go along the way, and hopefully it's going to be highly shareable content, something that can help me boost the channel and expand my audience and reach more people and that sort of thing. So I'd actually like some feedback. If you're watching right now while I eat my celebratory pork chops and whiskey, you're probably my core audience, and you probably are familiar with the content I've collected so far, and I'm really curious to hear how you would turn that into a video that's highly shareable, that's going to be palatable for a broad audience. So please leave comments along those lines. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone who's followed along with the build and supported me with positive comments and feedback. That's really meant a lot. I'm very grateful for the views that I get and the audience and the comments. It really does mean a lot. So thanks everyone. And February 20th, that's when the video will be posted. So look forward to getting that out there. Until then, take care.